Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new or just clicked on this video, thank you very much. My name is Alexis and this is the Goddess of Daydreams Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a general reading on the energies that the new moon in Cancer is bringing in for the collective. We're going to take a look at the energies the universe wants us to be aware of, to be open for, and cautious of. Please take what resonates, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you hear any fan noises in the background, my apologies. It's super hot and muggy in New York, so I don't have an AC at the moment, but I am okay. Anyway, we're going to start off with a couple of oracles to pick up the overall archetype energy coming through this moon, and then we'll go into more details with some tarot. So sit back and relax, and I hope you receive the insight, answers, and guidance that you need through this reading. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's going on with this new moon in Cancer? Guys, this retrograde season has just, it's a meme that I saw earlier today that someone was like, this Mercury retrograde is different. This one got a gun. Like, yeah, this one has been like extra serious. And with certain planets going into retrograde and trining and kaziming and whatever the terms that they use, it's a lot happening in the skies right now. So if you're feeling all over the place, don't worry. It's not all in your head. It's a lot happening. And then also, a reminder, we are going to be coming up on eclipse season towards the end of the summer. So stay in tune for that. All right, Spirit, what do you have for the collective? These cards are a little shy today. All right, I had a feeling this wanted to come out today. And let me do one more. Too many. Like, I don't know if any of you are like a reader or you have done tarot. You ever like start shuffling the cards and just one card looks at you and you know it's gonna want your attention today? Like, that's kind of like what I'm feeling. All right, so we have Resurrection, Reprise, Recovery, Come Back. This was the card that I was saying that I was shuffling earlier and was looking at me today. Like, I had a feeling like she wanted to come out. And then we have She Who Flies, Valaris, Dare, Do, and Reach. I feel this new moon is going to be a emotional recharge for a lot of people in the collective. And with this resurrection, I really feel like a lot of you guys are like in your comeback season. Like, you're not playing games anymore. Like, anything like that is trying to disrupt your peace or disrupt your plans, you're smacking it down immediately. Because with this resurrection, it's like you're coming back with a bang. Like, it's like Spirit saying it's like you're not playing around anymore. Like, you're being serious about your peace, your protection, your life in general. Maybe for some of you, you probably had gone through a couple of situations that I guess were a little scary when it comes to like your well-being. But you're coming back from that. Give me a minute. I also feel that for some of you, or maybe a lot of you, you are relaunching your career or maybe a project that you probably had put in the back burner or given up some time ago, but you're like, no, I'm going to come back to this. Or again, you're relaunching maybe your career, maybe your channel. You're doing something different though. I think whatever happened in the past, you have learned lessons from it. So now whatever you're going to do, you are like completely confident, like 10 toes grounded on whatever comeback or whatever relaunch that you're doing. I also sense that it's going to be quite successful. So I would say if you are thinking about relaunching an idea or a project, or relaunching maybe some type of, I'm not really getting like a relationship. This feels more like career focus, or like getting your life back together. Um, hmm. Give me a minute. First of all, let me take a sip of water because it just finished raining and now I feel the humidity creeping up again. But yeah, you're coming back, and this feels like a better version of you, better than ever. And if anything, spirit and your guides want you to use this new moon energy to, I guess, restore that faith, that confidence, that vitality of whatever you had given up back in the past, or you felt like you couldn't do. This is the moon for you to try again. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, brain, calm down. I'm talking, but the Aaliyah song "Try Again" is coming to my head. Like, dust yourself off and try again. Because at first you don't succeed, you just dust yourself up and try again. I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember the lyrics, but that's basically the energy that I'm getting. Let's go into more details with the Panther Tarot. Panther Oracle. But yeah, I feel like also this time around, you're not allowing anyone or anything to stop you from obtaining what you want or what you desire. Oops, way too many spirit. All right, let's do two more. Why not? Oh, as I'm shuffling, Spirit just told me to tell you guys, if you do try again, you will succeed this time. Let me get one more. Liking what I'm seeing. First card I have is fright, depression, phobia, paranoid. So what I'm getting mainly from this card is the fear of failure. And I feel for the collective, the fear of failure has been holding you back from doing or trying anything new or continuing whatever projects or energies that you were developing before. It's just, yeah, this feels like a situation where you kind of shot yourself in the foot. I feel like with this fright card here, like there was an opportunity that was going to help you either elevate you in your career or somewhere in life, but either you felt that it was going to be too much for you, or someone kind of projected their energy to make you think that you were not going to be strong enough or smart enough or clever enough to do whatever that you wanted to do. Either way, this fright card here kind of put a delay in your it had put a delay in the and the winnings and the successes that were already going to be set for you. I would not get too upset at yourself because we're only human. And that's including myself. Like, no one likes to experience the energy of failure. It's not a pleasant energy. However, failure is an important energy in humanity because that is where we learn from our mistakes. We see whatever patterns or techniques or situations that played out that we can realize what caused for whatever the situation to come into failure. And from that, we have at least the advantage or the privilege to try again. And now that we are aware of certain conditions, environments, or resources, we know not to repeat these same mistakes and do the lesson over again. Give me a minute. I do feel like also the reason why a lot of people are in the fear of failure is because sometimes there are failures that are very great. Like, you don't want to, like, you want to try something, but if it doesn't work out, you know that the cost is going to be a lot more than you can handle. Like, you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, which is understandable. But if you basically withdraw from whatever that you wanted to do or proceed or explore, then you're never going to know. You're never going to know the outcome. You're never going to know what was right or wrong because you're allowing the fear of failure to hold you back. Spirit is saying you need to eradicate this fear of failure out of your life, out of your mind, out of your system. I also feel like society has put also an emphasis on the energy of failure. Like, some people are able to kind of bounce back and can come back and tell like their comeback story, but some people, like, the failure is so great that they're more known for their failures rather than for their whatever has worked out than their winnings. However, it doesn't matter for you guys. You need to try again. Try, and try. Spirit is saying you're going to get it right. Maybe Spirit is also telling you that this is the time to try again because there are certain things that are aligning and synchronizing for you that whatever happened in the past won't happen again. Next I have is good news, encouragement, miracle, surprise. I love that this card is here because it's just letting the universe is letting you know, try again because this time it's going to be a different outcome. It can be better. I doubt it was going to be worse. I doubt it's going to be worse because the fact that you have the good news here, it means something is going to be working in your favor. You can finally get the leg up or the chance to start again or start over. What is it that you were working or doing or creating? Spirit is telling me like you really need to use this new moon to really banish this fear of failure energy. It keeps coming back to me because it looks like this energy has been plaguing a lot of people heavily for the longest. And also, considering the state of the world, people don't feel like trying anything right now. But, we've gone through really fucked up circumstances throughout history, and we still remain. Like, I don't know how many times we have passed the end of days or the end of times. Like, okay, we are still here. We're alive. We're still functioning, eating Taco Bell and all of that. Now, let me not mention Taco Bell with what's happening in my country. Anyway, but yes, use this moon to really vanquish this energy so that way you can be more confident and assured of yourself that whatever you do, you can achieve. Whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. And this good news should be a sign that it's going to work in your favor. Because next I have is blessing, fulfillment, well-being, enlightenment. Love that it is here. When you try and you make an effort for your goals and dreams to come alive, the blessings will start flowing. The blessings will start appearing, will start arriving. I'm just saying, like, it could have arrived, but of course, fear and other low vibrational energies just kept a delay on it. Now, I will say be careful though, that maybe for some of you, some of these things did not work out in the first place and it failed because certain people were around that were interfering with the progress of whatever goals or projects that you were doing. Spirit is saying, and I feel like for a lot of you, you are aware of who this person is or who these people are. So you now know that when you're going to try again, not to tell these people anything. Keep it quiet, keep it under wraps. And then last, I have adventure. Explore, passion, travel. So I kind of like that this card is here at the end, because now what the universe is setting you up for is open roads, different paths, different directions for you to gain the knowledge or access certain resources or make certain connections that you need in order for whatever goal or desire to come into life can come into life. And I do like with this adventure too, it's like an expansion. Like you now know that fear cuts you back from going down different avenues. Maybe you're also realizing within this new moon that maybe I should approach this idea or situation in another light or in another perspective. Let me get some intel on that. Let me get some insight. Let me explore through other people who maybe were like self-made. What type of directions and paths they went through. Because not everyone's direction and path is going to be the same. It can be similar, but it's not the same. And for you, you're probably looking for something similar. Now, let's go into more detail with the tarot. Oops. Oh my goodness, these cards today, they've been a little messy for me for a minute. I kind of had to take a step back because earlier in the month or like last month, definitely my cards kind of be feeling wonky. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to take a step back and recalibrate my energies. Or, it could also be the retrograde. Let's see, we got a page, we got a knight. Interesting. Getting some type of progression here, which is good. So the first thing off the bat is we got a lot of fire cards here. So you could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could have these energies in your chart, or you may know someone with these energies. The other thing is we have a lot of court cards as well. So definitely I am picking up again certain people being around that shouldn't be around. But I'm also picking up people that can definitely help advance and elevate your situation. So under fright, I have the Page of Wands here. So this feels like when you were about to begin is where you stopped. Either where you stopped believing in yourself. when the support stopped, when maybe certain betrayals happened. Whatever the case is, or the energy of failure that came in, it made you stop in your tracks from progressing whatever energies that you were dedicating yourself to. However, because this was a page of wands, you were like, I don't know, like, generally how old my collective is, but this feels like something that you may have started when you were a little bit younger. And I don't feel like you guys are like super old or that old. I'm not, how can I put this? Like, whatever it was still fresh before it can take off. And I kind of feel like maybe because pages are usually represent young energy, like maybe you were a little naive in doing certain things or going about certain things in a certain way that either caused you to fail at something, or you were scared of like taking big risk and the big risk failing super strongly. Excuse me one second. Let me see if I can like, there we go. Let's adjust the light. Also, I feel with this page of wands, if some of you were working like in a big project or doing something with a group of people, someone took advantage of your youth, or I guess of your youthful mind, and they thought that you were not ready to handle certain responsibilities or study certain things, like kind of like an ageist maybe in a way, like, oh, you're too young to even think about pursuing that career, or you're too old for trying to go back into this career. But your mind is still fresh with whatever ideas and thoughts that you wish to bring to life. You know, there is still fire in your thoughts, there's still fire in your creativity. But I feel like now that you're a little bit more older and wiser, for some of you, you've gone through situations and experienced certain things that have made you wiser. You know better now. Next, with good news, I have the Knight of Wands. So can the lighting, there we go. So with the Knight of Wands, this is great because now this is you taking up whatever energies that have been in a pause, and you're putting movement into it again. And with this good news, this is going to be encouraging for you to keep pushing and to keep doing what you're doing. I kind of feel like this good news is going to be the checkpoint or the confirmation that you need to continue bringing this idea or this project or this energy back to life. Give me a minute. I am kind of picking up for some of you, like, this also feels with this reading really strongly in the arts community. Like, if it's dance, if it's acting, if it's drawing, if it's sculpting, whatever creative outlook, whatever creative output that you are disciplining yourself, you're going to receive some type of news that is going to be acknowledged and is going to give you the push that you need. Like, maybe for some of you, what I'm getting is maybe you might submit some type of work in a competition, and I do see that you are going to be accepted into the competition. I don't know if you're going to win, but you're definitely going to get in, and that's already enough to show, like, yes, you are good enough to have your work in this show or in this competition. Or maybe for some of you, you are submitting work for like some type of art show or maybe some type of party, and it is going to get approved. Give me a minute. So yes, I'm very happy to see this Knight of Wands here with the good news, because this is going to be news coming to you fast. So that is the universe letting you know that keep pushing, keep doing. We're proud of you. Now, with blessings, I have the Seven of Swords. I do not like this here under the blessings, and it goes back to what I was saying, how certain people might have interfered in the past to when it comes to whatever you was trying to bring into fruition, I do see that these energies are coming back again. Someone's going to take a whiff that you are doing good. Like, I feel like the enemy smells when you are succeeding. Like, the enemy smells your success, and they want to come and start munching off of it. However, if you are aware of the people around you, what you share personal, in person or in social media, and you're careful about what you put out there, this person or these people cannot feast on that success energy or on your blessings. But definitely they are sensing it. So I feel like for some of you, you might have people coming around asking you, hey, are you working on any projects? Are you doing anything new? You're going to say, no, not really. I'm just busy exploring stuff. I'm not doing anything big. Like, you're going to have to lie to their face. I'm letting you know, for this situation, it's good to lie. Like, I know lying is not the best, but, you gotta play the same game that the enemy plays with you. They like lying to your face, so can you. This is not gonna get, like, your ancestors or God upset. You're just protecting your energy, and you have the right to protect your energy, because this Seven of Swords here is just letting you know that the creeps and the depraved and the leeches are coming out to feed off of other people's success and blessings. Now, last, with adventure, I have the King of Pentacles along with the Five of Wands. So we're kind of ending like a little bit in a fierce kind of energy. Now, I'm getting specific stories with this King of Pentacles and Five of Wands. For some of you, especially in the art field, if you are applying for residencies or applying to certain universities, I do see that this year the competition is going to be tough. And for some of you that are trying to apply for like specific art scholarships or grants, it's definitely going to be a lot more stronger this year. However, Spirit is saying you have what your talent and your vision, or whatever visions that you have, is enough for you to go and submit for that residency, or for that grant, or for that scholarship, or for that university. But Spirit is letting me know, like, with this Five of Wands, people are going to fight for those positions. This oh man, it feels like a little bit the energy that I'm kind of looking at this kind of reminds me when I was finishing up high school and I was submitting for whatever okay, sorry, loud noises in the background. Anyway, yeah, this energy is kind of like triggering some of the past energy in me, like a good trigger, because it kind of reminded me when I was in high school and all of the people, what's that? National Portfolio Day. If some of you are not aware what that is, it's basically when juniors and seniors in high school go to get their work reviewed and seen by all of the art colleges and universities in the country of the US. So we will all go to like one specific college, bring our portfolios and our artwork, and we will get like constructive criticism on what's working, what's not working, what is needed in the portfolio and all of that. Maybe for some of you, you're probably a senior in high school, or you know a senior in high school that is about to go apply for the art degrees and stuff. I do see that they are getting in, but just let them know, like, this season or this year, they're going to have to be a little more tougher on their skin. They got to be a little bit more thick skin about it. Now, aside from that, the other energy that I am picking up is that for a lot of you, it looks like with this King of Pentacles, you are securing some type of funding or some type of financial stability on whatever projects or goals that you're working for. Now, I am also going to say I do see another specific energy that if some of you are securing money to do some type of travel or like multiple travel destinations, there is going to be some type of difficulty because wherever you want to go, there might be some type of conflict arising. So just be aware of that. Like, go and do your adventures, of course, but be mindful of, things that are happening all over the world so you are not caught in that chaotic scenario. Give me a minute. I need to take a sip of water. So even though overall energy, there is definitely going to be some type of grittiness and a little bit of like a trifling kind of energy when it comes to securing some type of financial grounding. Because I also sense for a lot of you, this could not come into fruition because you didn't have the right, or not the right, but you didn't have enough money to do what you wanted to do. But I do see this time you will have the money. So go for it. Don't worry if it's like, is this going to cover this? If it's going to cover that? Just know like you're going to get it. I'm going to pull an extra card just to see the overall outcome. Okay. Too many cards, Spirit. I do want to, I want to get an extra card. Anything else the collective needs to know about these energies? Come on. I'm going to take this one because it did come up. Okay, nice. So I do have the Page of Coins here. So I also sense with whatever you're going to do, if it's like a side hustle, turning it into a main business, it's definitely going to take off. And especially that we got this King of Pentacles here, my apologies. Whatever you're doing is certain that it's going to grow. You have, as long as you have that fire and that passion within you to keep going, to keep doing, to keep trying, something is going to land, something's going to stick, and it's going to grow and it's going to prosper. You are going to get it right. Now, with that said, let's wrap up this message with the clone. Let's see what the clone has to say about this reading. Actually, I'm going to read this one first. So the first clue I have is the freeze. I kind of feel like even though it was an energy of delay for some of you with this freeze card here, it was necessary because whatever you were doing, it was going to actually lead you to much worse ruin than you experienced. Like, let's just say if you lost some type of money out of whatever situation or project that you were doing, take that loss, because a bigger loss was that you were going to lose all your money, all your support, and even more. For some of you, I'm being told you're being guided in the wrong direction, and was going to lead you to people to prey upon your energy and prey upon your creativity and whatever actions or efforts that you also put into certain things. Like you were basically going to walk into the mouth of the beast, and spirit had to kind of like, all right, I'm gonna make you take a now, but it's gonna be for your own good. So I would let the past go. What I mean, it's easier said than done. But whatever didn't work out in the past has to be left in the past. You know what works out now, and again, spirit is telling you to try again. And then last I have is the windy. I love that the windy card is here because this feels like your guides and your ancestors are trying to strongly communicate with you during this time. And being in Cancer, a water sign, the spiritual energies are going to be very strong, and they're going to want to get in touch with you before the next like water season, which will be Scorpio in October. And I don't know if they want to wait that long. I mean, they're always around us, but I always feel like within the water sign seasons, they feel their presence is a little more potent. So with this windy card here, their energies are being very potent with you right now. It's kind of like giving me a little bit of like the Empress energy when it comes to birthing whatever is in your mind into reality. I'm also being told that between this new moon and the next new moon, which will be the new moon in Leo, to really start formulating or planning out your comeback on whatever goals, whatever projects, assignments, whatever that you were doing that you felt something was big stopping you. Now it's time for you to pick it up and do it again. But this time you're going to do it better and stronger, and it's definitely going to bring you a lot of more money. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more insights and messages. I would definitely appreciate it, and it will give tremendous support to my channel. And thank you to the new and current viewers and subscribers for coming back to my channel to hear my messages. I hope that this reading has given you the insight, energies, and answers that you need during this time. And if you feel that this reading did not resonate, feel free to check out the other readings on my channel. There's definitely a message there for you. My collective, this is a really beautiful reading. If you need a confirmation about doing something again or trying something, even trying something new or trying to tackle something in a different angle, go for it. And the last thing Spirit told me is when you're doing this, the important thing is for you to have fun. Fun helps develop the dream with a little more ease and a little bit of more grace. It kind of reminds me of, I just finished watching the new season of Baki, and one of the other fighters was like admiring Baki because he would say the way that Baki trains, he has fun with his training. He has fun with his fighting. That's what makes him a good fighter, because he's always having fun fighting. I would say kind of apply the same logic to what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, bring fun into it. Have fun with it. No matter what it is, you can always put some type of fun and charm in whatever that you're doing. That way, it doesn't feel grueling, or it doesn't feel like you're overthinking, or you're afraid that it's not going to work out. Have fun. When you have fun, it's going to attract the energies and the connections and the resources that you need. So that way, that fun energy, that brain, get it together. That fun energy can expand and call in the good news and the blessings that have been waiting for you. So guys, get up, dust yourself, and try again. And with that said, stay safe and have a good day.